In this video, we will integrate Article API in Angular project. We will add edit and delete button. When user click on a delete button, we will show confirm model. In this video, we will learn how to integrate this confirm model. This is Angular project. I will start this project. npm run start. This command will start the Angular project, and I will start API project. Angular project is running on localhost 4200. Log in with any ID. In previous videos, we implemented user with role type user can see user list. Now we will remove this functionality. We will implement user with role type user can manage the article. In app component, we have horizontal menu bar. I will remove this navbar title and I will add my channel name and replace user with article. Save the changes. You can see articles horizontal menu. Now I will add article components. I will create folder for article module. Add a folder in the app folder. Folder name will be article module. Open this folder in a terminal. Right click. Open in an integrate terminal. I will add two components, ng, G for generate and C for component. Article management. In this component, we will show the list of all article. And second component, add update article. From this component, user can add update article. Now we will add entry in routes. Copy this line. Path name, article management. Copy this path. And replace component with article management component. Don't forget to add comma here. Go to app component. Paste that line here. Article management. Save the changes. Click on article and you will see article page. Now we will add model class. I created C# class and it should be TypeScript class article.ts. That's why Visual Studio Code was not giving IntelliSense. I will make constructor parameter optional so we can create class without these parameters. Now I will add service for article. Open service folder in a terminal. ng. I will delete spec.ts file. Right now we are not writing any test case. User service and article service will share this base URL. I will move this base URL in a constant file. It should be static so we can access this property without creating object of constant class. I will remove user from base URL because this word is not common in all service. We follow this naming convention for constant property. In a user service, I will update base URL constant.base URL. Copy constant.base URL. I will update all the reference of base URL. Here I will add controller name, which is user. API URL has a different part, which is base URL slash controller name slash method name. In a user service, user is a controller name. Now we will add method in article service. In article service, inject HTTP client service. From user service, copy get all user method and we will edit this method. First, we will change the method name. Method name will be get article by author ID. This method will take one parameter, which is author ID. Import the HTTP headers and import response model. And here array type will be article. Import article from model. Import response code. Replace user with article. Now we will update API URL. I will copy route name from API project, this one, and paste here. Now we will copy controller name. Article is a controller name and paste here. API URL of this method, base URL slash article slash get article list. When we send API request on this URL, it will return article list, and we know in article list we will have article DTO object. I will initialize article object. In response, we get JSON object. When .NET Core return response, it will convert article DTO object into JSON object. I will change the name of this property created to created date, and I will add one more property which is modify date. These properties don't exist in article class. Article class has these properties, but their names start with lowercase. In Angular project, we follow camel case naming convention. In article constructor, we have to pass ID, article ID, x.id. In article detail class, we will add new property, which is ID. To create a property, type prop and press tab button. I will copy modify date, paste here. We have one more error. We have to import map operator. We will rename this property user list to article list. We have completed article service. Now we will add few things in API project. In article service, in article detail class, we change the name created to created date. We added one property which is ID. We will initialize that property ID and we will assign article.id and comma. In last video, I forgot to add modify date in update case. Modify date will keep the record when data was modified. Now we will test this thing. Start this application in a debug mode. Authorization is not required for this call because this call is public. Now we will work on article management page. So in article management page, we will show the list of all article. I will copy this UI from all user management and paste here, and also copy code from TS file, paste here. One by one import these component and model classes and replace user with article. Import the article class. Replace user service with article service and change the user service name. Rename this. In article service, we have one method which is get article by author ID. So we have to pass author ID. In previous video, we implemented following thing. Whenever user login, we will return user ID, and in Angular application, we store this user information in a local storage. So now we can get user information from local storage. I will copy this property. This property return user information from local storage. Import constant class and this dot user. In user class, we don't have ID property. We have to add ID property in a user class. In a subscribe call, replace user with article array because we are returning article array in observable from get article by author ID method. In user model class, I will add one property which is ID and its type is string. Format this code, and now we have to update user service here x.id, and we will get this ID from API project, and we implemented this thing in previous video. We have multiple reference of user class in our user service. Here we have to pass ID. We are back in article management component. This dot user dot ID. Now we have ID property. In API project, in user detail class, we are returning user ID, not ID. So I will rename this property. To rename property or method name, press Ctrl R 2 times. This command will update all the reference of property and method name. You can see that command updated the reference. To show article list, we will use table, and we copied this table from user management page, and I will replace full name with title, article body, status, created date. I will create copy of this line and it will be modified date, and I will change the name of this user to article. I will replace user with article, article.title and article.body, article.status, and a status we will show publish and unpublished status. Create a copy of this line, and in this line we will show created date and modified date. I will copy property names from model class. Now we will test this component. Click on article. In ngOnIt method, it will send request to server. When user refresh the page, ngOnIt method will run. Inspect element, go to network tab, and we will see the request status. From network tab, you can inspect the request and its response. Click on article again. In network tab, search article request, and you can see dataset is null. So in a request response, we got exception and no error on the console. To investigate this issue, so I will add a breakpoint in a API project. Go to article controller. We will debug get article list method. I will add breakpoint in this method. I added two breakpoint in this method. Click on a refresh and go to breakpoint. So author ID is null. That's why we got that exception. No issue in API project. We will see Angular project. And here you can see I didn't pass author ID. We will pass author ID in a URL. Query parameters start with question mark. First key, in this case, key is author ID, assignment operator, and value. I will concatenate author ID as a value. Save the changes. It will reload the page. An article component will send request to server. And now you can see we have author ID. Click on a continue. Again click on a continue and you can see we got two records. Click on continue breakpoint and I will remove these breakpoints. Go to browser and here you can see it's showing the entry of two records but not showing the data. From network tab we will inspect the request. Scroll down and search get article list request and you can see the response. In dataset object we have article array, two article object in article array. Request and response working fine. Now we will inspect Angular project. Go to source tab and click on webpack and click on dot folder. In dot folder you will see your project src folder. This is your project source code in browser and you can debug easily and you can add breakpoint. I will add breakpoint here in a article service. Refresh page and it will stop on a breakpoint. Dataset has array. Press F10 and I will add one more breakpoint here. Click on continue breakpoint and it will stop on a breakpoint. ID is undefined and you can see ID with a lowercase has data and we use ID with capital I. This is the reason we got empty records. Remove the breakpoints. Another way and easiest way to stop on a breakpoint, write debugger and browser will stop on that line. I will change the case of properties. Save the changes and you can see it stopped on a debugger. I will add breakpoint in a map method and click on continue. Now ID and title has information. Close the developer tool and you will see data in our table. Now we will add edit and delete button. I will create a one column and its name will be action. In table body, I will add TD element. In a TD element, I will add two button tag and add type and type will be button. In button, I will add two button classes. First, BTN, it will add style on a button. BTN dash primary, it will add primary color on it. Button title is added. Now I will add second button tag, type button and button classes BTN and BTN primary. Now I will add button title which is delete. Save the changes and go to browser. You can see two button on UI, edit and delete. Bootstrap has a different styles for buttons and one of them is button group. Let's try. I will create a div that will have a class button group. I will move this button in this div. Save the changes. Looking much better. Now I will change the color class and we will try button secondary. This class will change the color. Now I will add new article button. First I will add row. In a row I will add column. We use column and row in our Bootstrap because it has lots of benefits. We can easily change the position and can apply Bootstrap classes, button tag and button type, button classes, btn and btn primary, and button title. Add new article. Save the changes. This button is not page layout. I will move this button in a page layout. Copy this row and paste here. Save the changes and go to browser. Now button in a layout, and now I will move this button to right side, float end. Save the changes and it's looking better. I will add margin top 3 in a page layout. Save the changes. You can see margin from top. Now we will add click event on these buttons. First I format this code. And here on a delete button I will add click event. In a click I have to give a function name. Function name is on delete. I will create this function in a TS file. Paste here function name on delete. I will add two more functions on edit and on add new. On edit will take one parameter ID, and its type is number. Third method on add new. I will rename this method. It should be get all article. I will copy this name, this method name. I prefer copy, it saves typo error. Add click event and paste method name. On edit, add click event. Method name on edit, and it will take one parameter, which is ID. I will pass article.id. In this method, I will add console.log so we can check click event is working fine. This method will log on delete. Console.log. It will log on edit and ID. Console.log in add new method. It will log on add new. Save the changes and we will test. Open developer tool. Click on a console tab and click on edit. You can see edit and ID. And delete, you can see delete log. On add new, it's showing add new log. So click events are working fine. Now we will implement delete functionality. So we have to show confirm window. To show confirm window or pop-up, we will use ngx bootstrap. Click on first one, ngx bootstrap, and click on get started. Copy this command. Open terminal. Stop the application. Click on delete or kill button. It will stop the application and paste that command. Press enter. This command will install ngx bootstrap. This library provides bootstrap component, so you don't need to include original JS components. Installation has completed. From this library, we will use model. Because we like to show confirm pop-up, we have installed ngx bootstrap. We want to use model, so we have to import model module. Copy model module.for root. Paste in an import array of app module. Sometimes Visual Studio Code don't give IntelliSense, so I will copy import line. Copy this line. and paste here. This error will go on. Now I will start the application. Now I will create a component for model. I will create a new folder. In this folder, I will add components for model. This folder will be in an app folder. Select app folder and click on this icon. Folder name model-components. Open this folder in a terminal. Write create folder command ng G for generate and C for component and component name. Confirm model. Press enter. Component has created. Save the changes. VS Code is giving this error. Failed to save app module. This happened due to when I run ngx bootstrap, I didn't save the file and I executed second command that created issue. You can compare this file and see the conflict, but I click on overwrite. I will add confirm model in an entry component. If you are using older version of Angular, then you have to add this type of component in an entry component. If you are using Angular 11, 10 or any version and IB engine is enabled, then you don't need to add confirm model in an entry component. In ngx bootstrap, there is a multiple way to create model, but I will use component approach. This approach is very simple and easy to manage. Now we are going to create confirm model. Scroll down, you will see one example. Here, click on it, it will show a pop-up. I will copy HTML from this example and will paste in a confirm model. Here, I will create this as a generic model so we can pass any information from parent component. We can pass any message. For example, do you want to delete? Do you want to leave this page? We can use this model for multiple purpose. Create a confirm function in a component. Now I will copy decline method name, this one, paste here and create a function. Any component that want to show this confirm model, it has to pass three information: message, confirm button title, decline button title. I will create this property in a TS file. Property name message and type string. I will create a two copy of this line. Confirm title and decline title. And import input decorator. This component is completed, but one thing is remaining. Now we will show this component from article management page. To show confirm model, we have to inject ngx bootstrap model service. Search component example. This one. Copy BS model service. We want to show confirm model in article management page. So I will paste this service in article management page. Here and import this service BS model service. This dot model service dot show take two argument. First component name, second initial state. In initial state we can pass information. In our case we will pass three properties: message, confirm title and decline title. Copy this code in article management page in a delete function. Paste here in a delete function. Import this type model option and I will remove this thing. We will not pass any list. You can see this .bs model ref. I will make this a local variable. We don't need a class level variable. And here I will pass confirm model component. In initial state, we will pass three property: message. This is a string. Do you want to delete? Confirm button title. Yes. And decline button title. No. Save the changes. Now we will test. So you can see on delete, it's showing this model. Do you want to delete? Yes or no? last thing remaining, which is whenever user click on a yes button, we will send delete API request. And whenever user click on no button, we will do nothing and hide the model. Now these buttons are not working. Now we will implement whenever user click on a yes button, we will send delete API request from article management page. We can achieve this thing by two methods. One is a callback function and second is RxJS. So we will use RxJS. I will create a one variable model response and type is subject. In a subject, we will pass boolean value, import subject from RxJS. I will initialize in a ngOnIt method. To hide model, we have to inject model ref service. I will copy this, paste in a constructor and import this model ref service on a confirm. First, we will hide the model. This dot model ref dot hide. It will hide the model. Next, we will send true value in a subject. This dot model response dot next. I will send true from confirm method. Copy these two lines and paste in a decline. From decline, I will send false. We are using this model in article management page. We will subscribe this subject in article management page. Here you can see our local variable bs model ref. Bs model ref dot content. In content, you can see we have all properties and method of model. Model response is a subject and we will subscribe. In subscribe, we will get a boolean value. In subscribe, I will add if condition. In if condition, I will add result. In if condition, I will add console.log to check this functionality working or not. Now we will test this thing. Open browser, open developer tool, click on delete, click on a console tab. When I click on no, nothing will happen. Model will hide. When I click on a yes, it will log the information. You can see confirm model has completed. Now we will send delete API request when user click on yes button. In previous video, we created this API delete article. To invoke this API, we have to send article ID in a request body. I will move this ID in a binding model. I follow following convention. I use binding model with from body attribute. Stop the application and go to binding model folder. Right click on it and click on new file. Delete article binding model .cs. I will copy this code from this binding model and paste in our delete article binding model. I will update the class name delete article binding model. In delete article binding model, I will add one property ID and its type is int. Delete article binding model is ready. Copy the name and go to article controller and paste here. I will rename this property new name model. I will fix this error model.id. Start the API project. In Angular project, in article service, here we will create a function that will send delete article API request, delete article, and it will take one parameter article ID and its type number. From this method, we will send post request. Go to user service. From this method, we are sending post request. Copy this code, paste here. Remove this property from body object. In a body object, add one property name ID. Initialize ID with article ID. In this request, we have to send token. We send token in header. Copy this code and paste header code here. We will pass this header as argument in a post method, user service, and copy this code. In a post method, after the body, we can pass options. In option, we can pass header. Now I will update API request URL base URL slash controller name, which is article, and slash method name. I will copy method name from here and paste here. Format this code. Now we will use this method in a article management page. Remove this console.log. In this if condition, we will send delete API request. This dot article service dot delete article, and it will take one parameter, article ID. I will add this parameter in onDelete method, and its type will be number. We will pass article ID from HTML file here. Copy this article.id and pass in onDelete method. Subscribe this delete method. In a subscribe, we will get response model. We will add condition on response model. If response dot response code, and we will compare with response code, response code dot OK. In this condition, we will show success message, and else we will show something went wrong message. Before send request, we will show loader or spinner. This dot block UI dot start method will start showing the spinner. When we get response, we will stop this spinner. In this video, you can watch how I implemented loader or spinner. When we get response, I will stop this spinner. This dot block UI dot stop. And when we get error from this API request, we will stop this block UI. In a subscribe method, we will get two callback method. First success method and second error method. In error callback, this dot block UI dot stop. Now we will add notification or toaster. I will inject toaster service. In this video, you can see how I implemented NGX toaster. Copy this toaster service and paste in a constructor. Here, import this service. When we get response code OK, we will show toaster. This dot toaster service dot success. It will show a success message. We will show article deleted successfully. When response code is not OK, we will show error message. This dot toaster dot error. In error, we will pass message something went wrong. Please try again later. Copy this line, and I will show this message when we get error. Paste in a error callback. Save the changes and we will test. This is a spinner, loader or block UI. Click on a delete button and click on a yes. It will stop on a breakpoint. Here, ID is 3. Click on a continue. You can see a success message. This is a toaster. Record has deleted from database, but we have to refresh this table. When we get response code OK, here we will call get article list method. This dot get all article. So when we delete the record, we will fetch again record from database through API. You can see when page refresh, deleted record disappear. Now we will delete this record. Click on yes, and it will stop on a breakpoint. I will remove this breakpoint and click on continue. You can see deleted record has disappeared. In next video, we will implement following thing. We will add article with rich text. We will use pictures and other rich element in article. Thank you for watching.